Right, itinerary.
Kids use this. This is for kids, right?
They're not even good porn games, you know.
Oh, that is a lot of hentai. That is. Oh yeah, that's.
And he's gone, and he never returns.
Welcome everybody to Old Grumblers podcast. It is the second one in May. Did we do one in May already? And today we're going to be talking about Bhashiva, the DLC. A little bit about what we think is going to be on the Skull Thrones. Fortunately, we haven't seen the Skull Thrones stuff yet. And yeah, that's the itinerary for today. With me, my co-hosts, Colonel Damders and Monster Bounds. How are you two?
Yeah, not bad. Who's excited for Skulls?
Oh, me. I'm excited for Skulls.
I'm very excited. Super excited. I've never been more excited in my entire life.
That's concerning, considering you have a child and a wife.
Seen those.
Still the best day of his life.
But before we get to Skulls, of course, we had some DLC drop for Warhammer. I know it's a weird thing to say. Content dropping for Warhammer 3. Is it Christmas? Is it... Yeah, basically Christmas. That's when we get anything.
It's not even been 12 months.
I know. It feels weird, but it feels good. So yes, we had Bhashiva the White Tiger, who of course brought Tigermen officially to Warhammer 3. We have the mod. Now we have the official DLC. And how do we think it stacks up? Because personally, I think this DLC is kind of like a sleeper banger. It's pretty good.
It is pretty good, actually. And how much is this DLC?
£4 or
$5.
€5 or dollars.
I think that's fine, personally.
Yeah.
If I want to take the bus up the hill, which takes me about 7 minutes to walk, it costs me £3. So I think £4 for a DLC is actually fine.
I want to do the math if it's shrinkflation or not.
Have you done the math?
No. That's why I said I want to do it.
Are you going to do it now, live? Are we going to do a live...
Live maths. I have my whiteboard if you need me to, you know.
Okay, let's... we can do that like after everything though. Or do you want to do it straight away?
All right, you work on in the background. I'll talk. So, in this DLC, we got 6 or 7 new units, depending on if you count the free LC.
6, 7. Woo!
Exactly. And if you count the free LC Lord, which, I mean, you do, because, you know, Mulan is... She's paid for by the DLC. It's just simple as that.
Is it Mulan? I thought it was like Lady Lubu.
I don't know, maybe. She looked kind of Mulanish, and that's like the only frame of reference I have, because I played Smite back in the day, you know, before it was dog shit. Although, anyway, I digress. So yeah, I think the units were pretty good. Bhashiva is very, very, very strong. Possibly a bit too strong. Definitely a bit too strong. The Tiger Lord Sawais are also very good. All of the Tiger Warrior units are tricky to use, but very, very good if you get them in the right positions. Like, if you can get the regular Tigermen into backlines, it's a wrap. They're fantastic.
Yeah, they are really good. And yeah, they are quite... They hit hard, but they're very squishy.
Definitely. I don't think that...
Fighting a battle... Sorry, go on.
No, after you, I insist.
I was fighting a battle where I got hit by a volley of poison wind globes, and... That Catboy unit ceased to exist at that point. They were just like, no, we're out. Boom. Later, guys. And they were just all dead, just in one volley. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they have that really unfortunate combination of they're quite big, the entities, and they don't have a lot of armor, and they also don't have the most defense. So any damage coming back at them is going to hit them. But they do a lot of damage. So they're a bit of a weird unit because they are kind of like pseudo-cav, but they're also they're not slow, but they're definitely not cav speed. They're like 45, 48 speed, something like that. So I found them getting like caught up by like trolls and stuff, which did not feel good. But I do like having more options on the cafe roster, because I think the cafe roster before this was a little bit thin.
Yeah, it's nice to give them some options. I also noticed against trolls that the Catboys seem to struggle. I don't know why.
I think it's because they're slower and smaller, so they just get like battered around.
Yeah, I don't know, because I had the Iron Claws, which are the Halbard version, and these guys had like 130 armor and over 70 melee defense. And they still, I mean, they won pretty handily, but they took a lot of damage winning. And I was like, I feel like they should have done better there. But
God, Fred is doing
who
some
knows?
serious maths.
He's really mathing it up. I did. You're right. Bhashiva is very strong, which I like. I like because I don't think she's like particularly good against large blobs of units. She's very specialized in.
She's an assassin.
I will go and I will absolutely mog these characters, which is great, especially when you give her the you get enough relics to make them unspottable, so that all of your units are like, you can't see me now. And then I literally just like run Bhashiva straight through the enemy army where they only see me at the last possible second, go and 4-shot the enemy general, and then she's like, right, who's next? And I just kind of love that. And I love her animations as well. Like the teleporty animations are very cool. Have you seen the one?
Is Toyan the PLC hero or so you don't actually pay for that one? Okay.
I mean, it's semi-included.
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah, I love the teleporting around stuff. It's so sick. Like, we haven't really just seen a lot of that crazy animation since maybe like Deathmaster Snitch, and even that is like not on the same level. Although I did have a bug where he went invisible after he teleported, which was quite funny. But early access is fine.
Yeah. As I think there is an animation where if she's fighting something big, like a troll, for example, she'll like teleport above them and drop down and like throw them, which is just like chef kiss. And it does mean that you've now got like poor Carl running around with his hammer. He's just like running up and go. And then you've got this anime cat girl like, powering up to do super lasers for 30 seconds, which is very cool. Some people in my comments didn't like the animations. They were like, well, this is Warhammer, it's not Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh, that's a really interesting thing as well, because I read up about like the history of like how people actually perceived Warhammer back in the day. And there's always been like this high fantasy creep in Warhammer, which is really fun because people used to hate on Demigryphs and the Hurricanum as well when they came out, because that was too much high fantasy. And it's like, but those things are legitimately kick-ass. Like, those are really cool. Like Demigryphs and all that are really cool. So it's just one of those things that's always been around. I was doing math there. But did you two like the DLC in the end?
Definitely. I think the campaign is the most fun Cathay campaign. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
I think the campaign is great, but they missed the spot on the units. I think. I mean, I think the units should have been monsters infantry to complement the entire roster, because the first type of Tiger Warriors are like berserkers essentially, just Norscan berserkers that you get in there, and I don't think they complement like everything that well. I think they should have been capped. Bhashiva should have it uncapped or in some way, and the rest of them should have had like you had to build buildings to get more of them. Yeah, and you should have just had way more with Bhashiva. I think. I think the campaign is really, 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 really good, and it is just $5, and that's kind of like a thing they're going to be pushing as well. But if you check it out, for example, without the discount stuff like that, Sale, which I compared this one to, which was like the latest one, which also had a really cool campaign mechanics and all that. That one cost $8.99, and you got a total of like actual 17 units on it, because you got Sail the Faithless, you got a Great Shaman, you got Borg Beerstruck, you got a Noble Femir. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky, because I did actually take that you got 3 different kinds of Marauder Bearmen, right? That one, like it's debatable, right? So you got +3 there as well. You got +2 Shock Cavalry. You got 4 different types of monsters: the Cursed Etin, the Cursed Etin Rune Callers, the Chimera, and the Dreadmaw. That gives you basically 1.89 units per dollar you spend, or euros, right? This one you got not too many, honestly. Let's see here. Okay, actually,
it does feel a little bit light on units.
Yeah,
yes.
I was
I'm going to be
surprised.
brutally honest.
I did think that we'd maybe get something. I know it's the Tigermen DLC, and this may be a stupid thing to say. I thought we'd maybe get something else. Like, you'd get all these Tigermen units, and then, the Lord, the hero, and then you'd get something. I don't know what. I don't know what can be in the Cathay roster, but something.
I would have liked to see all the monsters units, but also javelin throwers. That would have been really, really cool. Like monsters javelin thrower tigers. That would have been super cool and really like complementing and everything like that. Because if all of them would have just been monsters with caps, I think that would have been like super cool for the roster, and you would just have like a couple elite, really cool dudes. Because the other dudes won't buff them that much as well. So we'll see. I haven't had time to do like an actual Cathay thing either, because I only like play these when I can stream. But anyway, so you get like 6 units in this DLC for $4.99. That means you get 1.2 units per euro instead of 1.9. So it is slightly shrinkflation. And the only thing that they need to do to actually make that worth still is to actually have a higher frequency, because we used to have 3 of those per year. It's like what we've had the last couple of years. If they can actually release 4 per year, can argue that's actually worth, and giving like people who actually want to spend money on the game like an actual reason to do so, because you get more content and it's like more all of that. So still got the rework and everything like that with sale as well.
Yeah, that is the one thing that I was not disappointed by, but I thought, like, you know, they gave Cathay the research tree, which is so much better, definitely. Vast improvement, but then that's all they got. And I was like, I know Cathay don't need a lot, but I think they could do just a little spice.
Did they not update some of the heroes so they've got new skill lines?
I'm gonna be real, I don't give a shit.
They're pretty good. The Gates Master got insane buff. He can provide the entire unit, the entire army with 10 melee defense each. Yeah. That is, it's insane.
All right, I give a fuck. That's pretty cool.
Because like my feedback, basically every time we get to give feedback and they actually listen, is to give more skills for everything. I remember with the Corn DLC, the Omens of Destruction, I was like, they have to have more skills, and I got that one pushed through as well. So that was, I don't know if it was me, but I was like the only one who gave that feedback, I think.
You can say it's you.
And we did get that. Of course it's me, because they always listen to me and like definitely don't hate me or anything like that. It's like, because
the minds of Shangyang, however it was.
Yeah.
Nangao.
Yeah, the mines of Nangao, and then I can't remember which one it was. But it's nice that they remade the entire tech tree, but still decided to keep the scroll bar.
Just little ones. It's like
it's just big enough to such a small one as well. Because I don't understand it. Like, what kind of monitor? They told me once, like, oh yeah, well, it has to fit like every format of monitors. I was like, okay, which one does it fit then? Like, which one are we making this for?
As soon as I saw that, the first thing I said was, Fred's going to fucking hate that.
It's like just this much scrolling. It's so pointless.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my little review, at least. Yeah. Cool campaign. Yes, sir.
It is quite low on units, admittedly. And I think my argument is, if someone went, should I get this? I'd say, yeah, because there's no reason not to be honest. I just like, when I go to Starbucks, I get a caramel macchiato. It's like my little treat for me, little treat day for me. But that costs £5. So I'm like, I could drink that in 20 minutes if I'm slow. And alternatively, I've played this for, I don't know, hours on end and thoroughly enjoyed myself. So is it worth it? Yeah.
I think
if I can spend £5 on that, I can spend £5 on this.
It is definitely lower on units, but I think the campaign is relatively mechanically dense. The mechanics aren't that complex, but you have the relics, which is, this campaign has the thing that every campaign lacks, and it is just direction and things to do. You go collect these relics. They are all over the map. Well, not all over, they're far enough away that you're going to have to do some traveling to get around and see different places and fight different people. And then the Shangyang forces you to, is it Armies of Shangyang?
Yeah.
A minute.
Yeah,
perfect. That forces you to continue to like do these missions. A way better system than the Ogre Mercenaries, I'm going to point out. Way better. And that's how you feel about armies. It's all just, it feels so nice to play. And I agree with Fred that I think one thing that the mod definitely gets better is that when playing as regular Cathay, the Tigermen feel special because you can only have a few of them. So I think it would have been nice to, as You know, if that was just all the rework that we got for CA, we got the tech tree, we got the hero skills, and then for the Tigermen, we had this new micro mechanic, I think that'd have been completely fine.
My only thing, right, I've got two things to say about the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
The first is that while I like the armies of Shangyang, I'm playing a fucking cool giant cat lady. I want all the cat people. So do I want these stinking over-evolved monkeys? No, of course not. Fuck those guys. So inevitably, my armies are all like just cat people. And as soon as I can replace the human people, I'm like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. The second is that actually, there's two more things. One, right? The relics is all very well and good, but the relics only seem to show up in like the Darklands and beyond, not in Cathay, which means as long as Cathay is nice and secure, you're fine. If Cathay is fucked, then you're going to spend most of your time dealing with that bullshit. The other thing is that the armies of Shangyang missions seem to be very similar in that they seem to want you to go and deal with like ogres, and that if I keep getting missions, I keep taking missions and cancelling them because it's like, go and deal with Golgfag, and I'm like, no. And then it's like, okay, well, go and take the Forest of Gloom, and I'm like, no. That's like the other side of the map. We do not need, right? Zhao Ming, I know you're coked up on Warpstone, right? But okay, currently Cathay is a shit show, right? It's split between Lockyer, the sexy snake lady, and Deathmaster Snitch, right? There are so many armies of Skaven slaves that I literally am wading through them at this point. You're dead, right? I do not need to go and deal with Golgfag. There is a serious problem over here. Can you please give me some missions to go and kick the shit out of some Skaven, please? Yeah. And he's like, nah, I really want you to go to Illustria or something for no reason.
Yeah, it is very focused on greenskins and ogres. It's like, oh yeah, fight the enemies of Zhao Ming. It's always just ogres and stuff. And I'm not going to lie, I thought Zhao Ming was pretty tight with like Greases and stuff. They seem like they were best bros, bonding over daddy issues, excellent trade routes. And then all of a sudden they just hate each other through proxy.
I think there is a, like, Cathay and the ogres are sort of like this. Zhao Ming kind of got on with them because he was trying to get trade routes through. But overall, they tend to just eat people that sort of, wander through their territory, which isn't great. Is it just me, or if a relic shows up in a place you can send a caravan to, and you send a caravan, do you get that relic?
Yeah, I think so, actually.
Oh.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
I've gotten a couple of them. I'm not sure it's exactly that, but I usually like, one is in Myrmidons, and then I guess that one at the same time as the caravan is there.
That's very cool.
Yeah, I did that with Marienburg, got that, which was cool. But then I had Ungrim had one in his settlement, and I had a military alliance with him, and it's still like, yeah, you need to occupy the settlement if you want that relic. And I was like, can you not just fucking give it to me?
Yeah, that
please.
It like you. I think you two, or Monsters, you in particular, played a lot more of the campaign than me because I didn't run into that issue just yet. But yeah, it did seem a little limited. It was fun, but the limitations could definitely cause issues down the line.
It's really good. It just runs into the same limitations that we've had with similar mechanics in that if it's in a military alliance settlement, you still can't get it. Like, it's just gone unless you go and declare war on them and ruin your reputation, all that kind of shit. And also, I'm being pulled in a different direction from where the missions want me to go. So I can't complete the missions because I'm busy elsewhere. And the game isn't like going, oh shit, yeah, maybe I should like give you some missions in that general area. It's just going, I don't give a fuck. Just go over the other side of the planet, please.
For me, it's been like kind of fine. I got like 1.5 pillar after 50 turns, something like that with relics. So, I mean, like, I think that's kind of fine, honestly. So they do spawn randomly as well throughout the campaign. So you just get more and more anyway. Also,
the pillar powers, pretty good. Like the buffs they bring, very, very strong. The powers, like the stalking one, stalking stance. You kidding me? Yeah, brilliant. No complaints there.
Yeah, or giving everybody regeneration as well, and 50% healing cap as well, which is crazy.
It is extremely cool.
Yeah, awesome. I just generally really like apart from those few little niggles, I think the campaign is generally very good. And you're right, it does. It's giving you things to do, which a lot of the campaigns just don't.
Mm-hmm. And one more thing. The trade caravans, so much better when they've got tiger warriors in them. They die. I don't think I've had a single caravan die when I've been playing across like 2 different saves.
I think the caravans are better now as well, because you also get different ambushes as well. So it's not just ogres that are going to ambush you. There's also like corn warriors and stuff. I think when I say and stuff, I think it's just the corn warriors actually that can attack you as well. But that's cool.
The problem I always have with the caravans isn't necessarily the ambushes. I find the ambushes fall into 2 different categories. Obviously, you always get the 50% less ambush skill point for the first one, inevitable. But the ambushes always fall into, this will be easy to auto-resolve, or I will have to give up something, otherwise this caravan's dead. There's very little in between. The main problem I have is that your caravan will always just like drop into the middle of like in the map of wherever it's on the, the route it's going to. If that happens to be next to where, one of your enemies is currently having a fucking convention where they have like 6 stacks, directly on the settlement, that caravan's dead regardless. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. There's like no, can we just hold for a second? Or can we divert or something? It's literally like that caravan is now dead and there's nothing you can do about it.
I wish there was a way to be like, can you go here, but can you take this route? I can Google Maps and it shows like, this takes like 30 minutes longer.
You can. You can actually, like the trade routes, you just click that they go that way instead. So
I thought that you could, but I've never been able to get it to.
No, you just press like Marienburg, and then you can like take you just click the other route stuff. Then you can even like do different types of routes.
I forgot that you could do that.
I was playing the Chaos Dwarves once, and one of the caravans goes all the way, I think it's the Charon cars, it goes all the way along the top and then back around. And the caravan was like 1 turn away, and then Charon car went, you know what? Fuck you. I'm at war with you now. And they just jumped the caravan that turn. I was like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. I mean,
3 turns later, like, peace treaty.
I think Bhashiva has like a better time with caravans as well, because you clear out the mountains, and usually after turn 50, the ogres are going to be angry, or like Grimgor or somebody like that. So after turn 50, you usually can't send out more caravans because it's going to be wrecked by somebody. But since Bhashiva just starts there, and they start like in their homeland anyway, and usually one of the siblings will take care of Cathay anyway. Then they just have like a way easier time anyway.
I will say the location, you end up getting in a Greasus and Grimgor sandwich pretty quick, which is not as fun as it sounds.
To be fair, I never fought Greasus. I know a lot of people are like, I'm going to fight Greasus as well because I'm supposed to fight ogres, but it's not actually in the victory conditions to fight Greasus. It's all the other ogres. So Greasus, I think, is going to be the noob trap number 1 for that campaign, 100%.
It's mostly the Chaos Dwarves, isn't it?
It's all the quests send you to fight him. It's like, take the Moorgate, fight Greasus, wipe him out, take all his settlements.
Yeah, I think at one point all 3 of my missions were like, kill Greasus, no, fight Greasus, no, take a settlement which belongs to Greasus. I was like, Xiaoming, are you okay, mate? Are you having a moment?
The funniest part now from in my campaign is like, since I pushed a little bit as well, they're giving me stuff like way like far away. And Xiao is also like dead. He died at like turn 25 or something.
On the grave. So, go fight this random guy.
No. So now I'm just imagining him like sitting in some forest shack somewhere, like completely alone. He's like, send a messenger. See if we can take Wolfenburg.
Worth a try. I did, every so often it will like spawn chaos armies. So like the first one's the Khorne one, I think, and then you get a Nurgle one. Yeah. When it spawned the Nurgle one, I forgot because I'd recorded one episode and I had the message, and then the next day I recorded another one, and I completely forgot that thing came up. Something that happens quite often. And then I noticed the marker, and I was like, oh shit, I need to go and deal with that. So I sent an army to like garrison a settlement nearby, and I was like, okay, they're gonna spawn, they're gonna come and attack the settlement. We're ready for them. The next turn, that army nowhere to be seen. I was like, that's weird. That's odd. But I couldn't see them, so I was like, maybe they just despawned. So I took my little army and I wandered out and I went up north, and then I saw them and they'd just gone straight north. Like I was at I was in the Darklands. They'd gone north up towards the Chaos Waste. They were just heading in that direction, taking attrition all the while. And I was like, that's weird. Maybe they'll turn around and come back. They never did. And then about 30 turns later, it told me that faction had died. I think because they died from attrition. I have no idea where they were going, but they were going there as quickly as they could and then died, apparently. But I'm not entirely sure what happened there.
Just some classic CAQA, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just left. They had, like, my people need me, and they went. And I never saw them again.
You know, sometimes you see someone really determined just walk into the ocean.
Exactly like that. They just went straight north, completely ignored me, immediately left my territory, and I was like, oh, I guess this wasn't as much of a problem as Xiaoming thought it was. Well.
So how do we think it compares to the mod? Because that's obviously what most people are probably going to be doing who've played the mod.
I think the mod is more fun for the other dudes. So like Bhashiva's campaign is good. It is a good campaign. Everyone I talked as well is like, yeah, it's a good campaign. There's like no question about this. But I don't know how, like, if you're going to play like 3 times or something like that, if it's going to be good still, because you're probably not going to want to play as just Bhashiva all the time either, if you're a Cathay fan.
Yeah, I agree that the experience as a non-Bhashiva faction will probably be more interesting because of the caps and the unique buildings and such.
Yeah, I do. I think that CA obviously had the problem that they are constrained by Games Workshop as to what they can do. So GW are probably like, yes, cat people, but only these cat people, because that's what we want to do. Whereas the mod doesn't have that. They can put whatever the fuck they can have. Gorillas flinging bombs, absolutely no problem.
Obviously they are constrained, but they haven't said that that's the reason either. So, I mean, like, we can always give the benefit of the doubt, but at a certain point, it's like, we're just giving them excuses, Rice. Like, I'm like, dang, it's a DLC. It's I think they could have done better a little bit. Like, if you want like as many units per dollar spent, they would have had to add in like 3.5 units more, like 50% more units to have more than that. This feels more like almost an experiment. I want to say. To see like how little people they can have still on for Warhammer and keep it profitable.
Yeah, I'm quite possibly, but I will say that Cathay obviously are quite a new faction. They don't have, like, I know when we went, when they're doing like Norska, there is a lot of lore they can pull from. There's a lot of chaos lore. There's a lot of things they can go, oh no, there's a short story about the big worm monster, we can pop that in there, or whatever. They can just like pull from. With Cathay, there's basically nothing, because unless you go back to Toyota Man type levels of GW early bullshit, there's not really much there. So when it comes to there's just not that much that's been lore wise about cat tiger people in Warhammer. So there's going to be a limit, and then GW are going to be very stringent about that. So I will give them the benefit of doubt on this. With that said, I do think like the mod does give significantly more variety, and also if they ever get round to creating a legendary lord for that mod, then it's probably like, if you're going, which of these do I play? I'd probably go, just have the mod if you don't have the money, or if you've got £5, just spend it on the mod, on the DLC. Do both. It's fine.
Yeah, both are good. Neither one is bad. It's just, I think the best, as always, the best thing is a combination of the two. But overall, good DLC. I think like 8 out of 10 maybe for me. It's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm good.
I'm like barely recommending it. It's like, yeah, it's a good campaign, honestly. Like, but they could have done so much better. 6 out of 10. 5 is mid, so it's like a 6. It's definitely better than like a lot of Omens of Destruction anyway. Even though the roster additions, I'm like, Yeah, the tigers get really, really strong, so don't get me wrong, but it would have been more fun with like more or cooler units.
Yeah. Even if they couldn't have added more tiger people, if there was like it was like a big monster or something, if they could have just put a big monster or something in there,
just like a 25-foot tiger, just
because now it's like
massive, just huge, muscly one.
But because it's also like, oh, so what are they going to add later on then? Are they going to add like Monkey King? Are they going to be monsters instead of the goddamn tigers? Like, is an ape or a monkey like larger than this? Look, at a certain point, we're going to have to address the zoological issues here, because you can't have tiger warriors be as big as goat people. A tiger is so much larger than a goat, okay? Like, it's mind-boggling to me. You have to make it like even larger. Imagine like if you have... it's just so much larger. I don't.
Yeah, I was
it
confused
doesn't make sense
when I saw they were like normal infantry size. Their mass is like a little bit higher, but yeah, they're just these giant balls of muscle, and then they're just like, oh, hello, I'm this big.
Even
they are basically a Dorito, aren't they?
Even Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had like that consistently. At least that like larger animal becomes larger person.
That does make sense, yeah. I can't argue with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so.
No, it's flawless logic.
Just saying.
Now, DLC stuff done?
Yep.
Skulls. What do we think? Because we haven't seen Skulls yet. By the time this comes out, it will have happened. So this is essentially pointless, but we're just going to speculate on what could happen in Skulls, or what we want to see in Skulls.
Could happen.
I mean, first thing.
I need to.
First things first, Nagash DLC.
I don't think they're going to show any end time stuff. Did they say that?
I hope.
They did say they were going to show Warhammer 3.
Well,
it's probably Bhashiva because it's getting released on the same day, isn't it?
Ugh, boring.
A little bit. But they are going to show off stuff for Space Marine 2. Dark Tide is rumored to get a new class. Warhammer 3, obviously, getting the Bhashiva. Battle Sector also getting something new. I've forgotten which one it is, but maybe it's not announced anyway, so that all works out. Bolt Gun 2 also getting some news. Bolt Gun 2 seems really cool. Most fun I had in the first one was just spamming the taunt button all the time, so you just run around yelling at stuff. Also, like, I want to go into the lore of Bolt Gun 1 as well and compare it to some other stuff because it's so goddamn funny. And then we got some news for Rogue Trader, because that's getting a DLC where you go to Tracin's Infinite Museum. It's not actually infinite, it's just like...
Nice!
It's just incredibly large. We're getting Dark Heresy stuff. Warhammer Survivors. The Vampire Survivors Warhammer thing. And then we're getting Dawn of War 4 news as well. Those things are like locked in. But I want to talk a little about Bolt Gun because now I want to. So Bolt Gun 1, right, has like this, because everything is canon in Warhammer until it's not. And what is the protagonist from Bolt Gun?
Is it Meldrum something?
Kalium or something. So his name is Malum Kado. Malum Kado is like one of the strongest dudes in Warhammer because it's just a normal space marine that kills like several greater demons and all that. Because technically it's also canon, right? So it's like, oh yeah, this dude, one of the strongest dudes ever. But then you have this old game called Fire Warrior, which is also somebody who just goes in and kills
Which is the
off.
best game.
Well, arguably it is. I remember I played it back in the day and it was really, really mid even then. I do not know. I doubt it's aged well.
It's not aged well.
Let me have a look at this. It's called Fire Warrior.
Fire Warrior game. Because there's also a book, and that's the one I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Because obviously this person is also like insanely strong, right? Because it's just a Tau warrior. So usually in like when they write the novel about stuff like this, they tone stuff down. And they just don't do that in the novel. He literally just kills like thousands of people, and everybody is just horrified at this fire warrior. He just goes around and just murders entire like legions basically. I think he kills a titan as well, doesn't he?
Let's this
And I
game
can't
looks
remember.
interesting.
I remember that he's a bit horrified at fighting a space marine to start off with, and then he's just murking them left, right, and center. Like he just does not give a shit at that point.
So that's just a fun little tidbits. But now we're getting a sister battle, I think, for Bolt Gun 2.
Yes.
And we can yell with a different
there's a
voice
demo.
and everyone against yell at stuff.
There's a demo of Bolt Gun 2
There is.
that I believe will be out for Skulls, probably. And you can, it's the same. Now, the same Space Marine guy whose name I can't remember. What's his name?
Malleus Cato.
That's it. He is also one of the characters in Warhammer Survivors. He's like the Space Marine character you get to play. So that's quite cool.
Warhammer Survivors is like 40k and fantasy, right?
Yes. So for Warhammer Survivors, you basically can select the universe, whether it's Age of Sigmar or Warhammer 40,000. And if you have Warhammer 40,000, one of the cool things I really liked is that if you pick, say you pick the Imperial Guard character, so you're running around your little Imperial with your little las gun, and you level up and you select the bolt gun. Obviously, a little Imperial Guardsman can't use a bolt gun, can he? That's insane. That'd be stupid. So you get the Space Marine guy following you around, and he's firing his bolter instead, which is cool. And then if you get the Power Fist, he uses the Power Fist. And if you level up your las gun, you get some more little Imperial Guardsmen running around after you as well, which is really cool. So you end up with like a little squad. And it's the same in Age of Sigmar, because there's some weapons that you can't use on your dwarf fire guy, whose name I can't remember because I don't really understand Age of Sigmar. He can't use like the hammer, so you get a little Sigmarine following you around with his hammer instead, which I'm like, that's really cool. I like that. And it's just Vampire Survivors. And I'm like, I fucking love Vampire Survivors. It's basically crack to me. So it's good.
Is there a Gallic equivalent?
Nice.
That's all I care about.
Is there a what?
You know,
Oh yes, there is. Yes, there is.
I love Gallic.
There is
The
a
best item in
Garlic
the game.
equivalent. It's like an elf floaty lady who you don't get to play, but I'm assuming will she floats around with you, just constantly spamming that. And if you level it up, it gets tentacles.
So,
Breathe.
what other Warhammer copies of other games would you guys like to see?
Oh, that's such a fun.
Because personally, I have two really, really good ones here. Every year, I tweet at EA that they should make Battlefront 2, but they should just make it Warhammer version. I know some people would go like, well, loot boxes. No, the loot boxes were only there for a couple of months. They removed it, made it a better game. I don't give a shit. So just stop talking about it at this point. Buy it for like $2 and try it out instead. But
Did
imagine
you
that. Wait.
Did you ever play the...
And then because everything is just already made for it, right? So you go around, you're an Imperial, you shoot with your little last gun or something like that, and then you unlock to be a Space Marine, and then you can even unlock to become an even better Space Marine. You got all the mechanics there for us. Every mechanic. And you have all the vehicles and everything like that. You can even be a special little, droideca down, which can translate into a dreadnought or whatever. Well, maybe not the dreadnought, because I think the droideca is an actual person.
The dreadnought just
actually
a Omega tank.
Yeah. But you can unlock so many things. There we go. Sorry, Monsters. You can go on now.
There was a 40k FPS MMOR. Eternal War. Yes. Did you play that?
No, but it was weird and slightly bad. It was an 8 out of 10, I think.
Fucking awesome.
I think it had some fundamental issues that made it shut down after.
It was janky as balls, but if you played the 40 on 40 where you're attacking the big castle fortress thingy-majig and you're playing as a bunch of greenskins, there is nothing cooler than having a bunch of greenskins just all going wah together as they suicide run into this Space Marine fortress. It was genuinely so fantastic. If they could take Space Marine 2 and just go, now there are 80 people on a battlefield, right? That would be fucking orgasmic to me. That would be the best thing ever. I cannot imagine how fucking cool that would be. And why no one has done that yet, I don't understand.
I mean, I think you can add a Warhammer skin to basically anything to make it sick, like Ball X Pit with a Warhammer skin. That would be cool. Tiny Bookshop, a game where you recommend books, just throw it on Warhammer stuff. Monsters would eat that shit up. But I think my top pick, I've been playing Repo quite a lot lately with my friends. We like, you sneak in, there's monsters. Can you imagine how sick that'd be if you just like a bunch of humans sneaking around and then like some Xenos monster just comes and fucks up your shit when you're trying to steal like an egg. That'd be so fun.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, you could slap a skin on anything. It'd be cool.
I just want a good Necromunda game. I want an XCOM like Necromunda game, and I can't understand why we haven't got that yet.
Because those are hard to make. They did make the Necromunda Hive.
That was
under Hive or whatever.
Garbage.
Yeah, it was. I talked to somebody about it as well, and they were like, "Yeah, we shouldn't have released that one." Basically, I was so bad. I remember I was playing it on stream, and it's like, okay, I've done the mission now, just to like give people who hadn't played it what kind of like level of jank and unpolished there was on it. It's like, okay, you've done the mission now. Everyone is dead. There's no more threats here. You have collected the thing you needed. Now you need to extract. And you might think, oh, let's move them over there. No, you have to still do turn-based on everyone. So you like use their turns to try to move there. And it's slow as shit. It took me like 5-7 minutes just to click them like over there. And it was like, that was so bad. I don't understand what they were even thinking about it. That like they should have just like end screen. It's like there's always like, oh, you should have realism, but it's always that kind of garbage realism you get in games, right?
The one thing I would say about that Necromunda game was the fact that every cinematic, the character speaking either had a rebreather or was doing this. Like it was always like shot from like below, so they didn't have to do the lip sync. So they could, and it was so obvious. It was so obvious, yeah. But it was so fucking obvious that they'd done that it was genuinely like you just saw it and went, "Oh, this is so bad."
I personally don't mind that because there was this one game that's called Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood, I think it was, which is just like 360 era type of game that got released like a year or two ago, and where you're just a werewolf, and obviously didn't have that much budget, but it's like very true to Vampire the World of Darkness. And like most of the werewolves are like like black trench coats, abs, like no shirt or anything like that. And they clearly didn't have like full budget for like the mouth, so they always spoke with their teeth closed, like, "Hello, I'm a werewolf. You're also a werewolf."
As werewolves speak.
Yeah, and it was just hilarious. Every time they started speaking and like had like this dramatic moments, I was just like sitting there like, "Ha ha, werewolf."
I would like to see a City Skylines Warhammer where you build a hive city.
Oh yeah. This is actually the second one I was. If I may interject,
you may.
So I read this one the other day, and that's where I got into this train of like things that could be 40K. Imagine a Tau building simulator, but you have to take over a hive city. So you have to give everyone clean air. You have to think about how things are collapsing underneath if you don't have proper supports. You have to automize to give people to stop cannibalizing all the time, because that's what corpse starch is. And you have to fix all these things and like try to oppress like the people who are still like fanatical. And you have to do that because lore-wise, the biggest problem with converting the hive cities that have been converted to Tau is that they just simply don't want to anymore, because life, unfortunately, is slightly better under like in that Imperium. So usually what happens, it might not be better because, so usually what happens is that Inquisitors just find the planets and they just exterminate it and start over, because it's just not worth trying to get the people to not want to be with the town anymore. And it's just like, yeah, that seems like a fun thing.
Can you imagine like being a Tau, going down to like an Imperial planet and being like, okay, guys, we're not going to eat people anymore. Everyone's like, don't know about that. It's good enough for my dad. It's good enough for me. It's like, well, we're going to eat these green things. Everyone's like, those look gross. Fucking leaves. You want me to eat leaves? Fuck that. I'm not going to do it. The Tau's just like, oh, for fuck's sake, these people are the worst. Just humans, garbage.
There is actually a story about that as well, where they actually take over High World. They automate like the dangerous work to drones. They like clean up the air. They give people like actual places to sleep that isn't like just some corner in there. They build like way more housing. They give people better food and stuff like that. And then the Imperium shows up and everybody's like, I don't know, it's all right now. You know, people don't die at work or going to work, falling through things anymore. It's kind of cool. The monsters in the bottom don't come up anymore. You know, the air doesn't sting anymore to breathe. It's kind of nice. And the Inquisitor's just like, shame. Shame.
The Imperium is the fucking worst.
Yeah, I mean, like so that is like an actual story as well. But that would be a cool city builder as well. It's like I remove the whatever that is.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd like,
So,
and then the
little by
disasters
little.
could be like Tyranid invasion, and then you could watch your city getting absolutely annihilated. You'd be like, oh, cool.
Exactly. Or like, oh yeah, now we have like a bunch of gene stealers in there. You know, you can have so many things, or just mutants coming up from the bottom, or anything like that.
Oh, you know what would be cool is like some sort of like a cult simulator type thing where you play a gene stealer cult and you have to like overthrow.
Oh yeah,
that'd be fucking awesome.
people in the comments now. These things are very anti-Imperium. I feel like. Inquisitor, these people are right here, please.
Exterminators me now.
What's that big bright light in the sky? All right, what else from Skulls are we excited about?
I mean, like basically everything. Personally, the Rogue Trade DLC, super hype about. Very, very hype.
I need to fucking play that game. I just haven't been playing Infinite Limit.
Oh, it's super fun. The most fun is that you can be like heresy light, which is just, you know, being a decent person.
Terrific.
yes. You could basically just be like, hey guys, let's all get along. And everyone's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You maniac.
I always get a little bit angry though, because you can play like as a heretic as well. And the heretic is clearly not a heretic. It's actually an apostate. And I do think that Warhammer makes people more illiterate and they do not understand what words mean anymore. Because a heretic is somebody who deviates from the schism, which is somebody who, for example, could be like, well, the God Emperor would probably want the people to live a little bit better, so I'm not going to kill them. Heresy. Somebody's like, the God Emperor is a false god, so he leaves the faith, and therefore he is an apostate. And they always just use them interchangeably, and that's just plain wrong.
Yeah.
System.
Yeah, I know, but it's because the Horus Heresy, isn't it? You can't. If it was called the Horus Apostasy, it wouldn't sound as good. You'd need to change his name to something like Alan, so it rhymed, and then it wouldn't be as good.
The Alan Apostasy, I would read that.
Yeah, Alan Apostasy.
So would you?
And let's face it, the reason the Horus Heresy happened is because Space Marines are messy drama bitches. So they don't care. They don't care about the meaning of words. I
think that's like one of my favorite Warhammer Fantasy like things, where the Dragon Emperor is basically just the God Emperor if he wasn't like high on his own shit, because he's like happily married, talks to his kids, and they're like, you can do like your thing now. You like, I'll come back later, and be like, you know, he's not perfect by any means, but it's just fun how he's like, you know, I built this wall, united the lands, and then my kids can do that, and they still love me, and I love them. Also, my wife.
Yeah, the Emperor is a trash pander of a god.
Not a god.
He's bloody
the
useless.
man technically also. Well, it's not heresy to call him the God Emperor, but it is something that the God Emperor would be very upset about hearing.
Yes, he would. He wouldn't be super happy about that, would he?
No.
He'd be very,
So
I think the TTS had a full episode on that one. It's like, no, it's the man emperor. It's like, what a god? Like, why? The man emperor of mankind.
So is there definitely nothing for Nagash at Skulls? Because that's kind of stinky.
They did say they were going to show off some Warhammer 3 stuff, and the end times is the only thing I can think of apart from Tiger People.
Well, yeah, it's meant to be coming in
on the
summer.
other hand,
They have to have something.
Yeah.
Summer
Yeah.
is in 1 month.
Exactly. But it lasts until like the middle of September, so they have time.
Yeah, so we're getting it in the middle of September.
Calendar September is for all September. So technically, if they release end times on 31st September, that's still summer. Wait, does September have 30?
If we get it before December,
30,
I'll be
30th
happy.
September.
I am almost certain it will be delayed. But I hope it isn't. I hope I'm wrong. But knowing CA, it probably will be delayed. And in the immortal words of that guy, rushed game, bad, delayed game, maybe good.
Also, they did announce that they are releasing Mechanicus 2 on Skulls Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I maybe got sent a code.
So Mechanicus.
I did.
Mechanicus is great. I loved the first game. I played the demo of the second game, and that was friggin' awesome. I genuinely think the Adeptus Mechanicus and the Necrons are some of the most interesting factions in the whole setting. And the fact that you can make them kiss now is great.
Yeah, I've never played any Mechanicus game, but I've got sent a key for the second one, so maybe when I get back from Paris, I'll cover it, check it out, do a little cheeky guide for that.
Are you doing anything fun in Paris?
Going to the Claire Obscure concert, of course. Can't wait for that, but also just, it's the first time I've been to Paris, so we're just going to hit all the spots. Notre Dame, the Louvre, the Tour Eiffel, etc., etc. Practice my French that I studied for, how long? Probably like 6 years. Don't remember anything.
I was just
all the lyrics
mispronouncing
the soundtrack, though.
Oh yeah, I definitely do. And I know the lyrics of the main songs and what they mean, so that's good.
I just mispronounced bonjour all the time
Bonjour.
to people. See how far I could take it. So I was like, ooh, ooh.
Bonjour.
They're like, bonjour.
Croissant,
Laughing it.
s'il vous plaît.
But after 3 in the afternoon, you're apparently supposed to say bonsoir.
Bonsoir, mon ami.
Oh, I have started saying mon ami because of the big
SK.
fat marshmallow man. SK, that's the one.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Or as I know him, big fat marshmallow man.
Yeah. How are we feeling about Dawn of War 4? I was the only one that's played it because I responded to a scam email.
I'm feeling pretty good. Well,
classic. That's such a classic.
I'm pretty excited for Dawn of War 4 personally.
From when I played it, it was good.
I'm so desperate for it to not be bad.
If it's bad, Dawn of War is so dead. It's never coming back.
I just keep having flashbacks to Realm of Ruin, and I'm like, please don't.
Don't invoke that name. Don't invoke that game.
Please don't be like that. Please be better than that. You could be better than that.
I think they've learned from their mistakes in, seeing the mistakes of Realm of Ruin, and then also like what they did wrong with the campaign in Company of Heroes, because it's Relic that's making it, right? No, wait. Who is it? No, wait. It's the Iron Mecha dudes.
Oh, yeah, it's the Iron Harvest people.
Yeah, Iron Harvest.
I can't remember the name. I apologize of the dev team. But those guys are really cool.
I just worry because we had Dawn of War 3, right, which did not go well. And then the people that made Realm of Ruin went, yes, but what if we did that in Age of Sigmar? And then we went, that didn't go very well either. So I just don't know why you would look at Dawn of War 3 and then go, let's just do that again, which makes me concerned about Dawn of War 4. But I have hopes. I want to keep the hope alive that it will be good. What I want is them just to make Dawn of War 1 with better graphics. That's all they need to do, really. Realistically, it should be pretty easy.
Yeah, Realms of Ruin. I remember playing it in the early access and stuff, and it was fun. And then you go into the campaign, and you're like, oh, there's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing else. It's just the same. Okay, right, that's fine.
The cinematics were good.
Oh yeah, definitely. The game presentation-wise, with a photo mode, honestly, magnificent. Playing the game.
Yeah. The first 3 levels, I think, were pretty good. And then the other levels were basically like, what if we just gave you the multiplayer maps and made them harder? Off you go.
Yeah, granted, the only bit of Dawn of War 4 that I played was like a scripted single mission, but the combat definitely felt a lot. Because Realms of Ruin combat felt very like your unit met their unit and then they were animation locked, and that was it until it retreated. This felt a little bit more organic, like you could bring a bit more chaos into it, like all the abilities and all the different unit types moving around a bit more freely. From what I remember.
I'm just going to go to the bathroom really quickly. 2 seconds.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll while Fred's gone, I'll just refresh everyone on the lore of the Dawn of War 4 demo. We all received this email that looked very illicit. I think it just like asked for your like real name and like the first line of your address or something, and it was like, oh, for this unnamed Warhammer game. They gave you no information about what it was. It was just like a Warhammer game has early access. Would you like it? And I was like, this seems like a scam. But the first name, the first like my name. And the first line of my address, there's only so much damage they can do, so I just sent it, and then it was Dawn of War 4. And I told these two about it, and they're like, oh yeah, I ignored that. And it looked like a scam.
Because I mean, I don't know if this is the same for you, Autumn, but if I look at my emails right now, I have had 10 emails this morning, 2 of which, right? No, make that 3. 3 of which are obvious scam emails. 2 of which are people going, hey, I've just watched your video, and I can now give you this. If they're basically offering me some AI bullshit. So 50% of those emails are garbage. And this email just looked, I immediately went, it's a scam. It looks like a scam. It's not even like they're trying.
It was so sketchy. It was actually unbelievable how bizarre it was and how untrustworthy it seemed. I wish I could like track it down. It's so goddamn funny.
Trying to see if maybe... Because the thing is, they didn't say what it was either. They were just like, I think they just said a game.
Yeah, it was just a Warhammer game. That is all the information that we had. It was hilarious. Also, I've just checked my other email, and apparently, Every may have lost my Skulls package. Yeah, Fred. So with Skulls, you get boxes every year. But this is just adjacent. I've got a couple up there. I can't be asked to get them down. This year, I was a little bit late to respond to the email, but I did. And they said, yeah, we'll send you one. I got on every tracking thing. Monster's got one. And I haven't received one yet. However, Fred has 2. So I think I know what's happened.
Yeah, I mean, in fairness, I got a good box. Fred got 2 shit boxes. So I got a Death Guard. Obviously, they knew who they were talking to. I got Death Guard Terminator. And I got a little mini Skarsnik. So, that's like, cool. What a win.
That is very cool.
Although my son has immediately decided this is his. And the only reason it's here is because he brought it in this morning.
I mean, I've still got my Servitor and my Goblins, my guy there. So, I'll allow it.
I have my Servitor there as well. And now, Scarab. 2 Scarabs, actually.
This is where I put my
Scarab. Get box mogged.
If I had one.
Yeah, so I'm really hoping Dawn of War 4 is good. I desperately want it to be good.
Yeah, if there's any more scam emails for Warhammer games, I will take the plunge and I will see this Dawn of War 4. I think I did email them like, you should really be less weird about this. I know 2 separate people who refuse to respond to this. Yeah, Skulls is looking good. I hope we get something for Nagash before long.
Yeah.
I know that we are just having Bhashiva, so fair enough if they want to leave it like a month, but we need something. The silence it is not good, but fingers crossed.
I mean, it's marketing is super weird, right? Like people are already hyped for it. They don't really need to say that much. It's just for us hardcore people who just like, tell us more, man. Tell us more. Tell us more, PR man. More.
I'm assuming that there will be fuck all for 40k because they just did that Warhammer show and tell, so they probably don't have anything else to show or tell.
Yeah.
I to be honest, it's hard for me to get excited about 40k because it feels like it's so early. So it's nice they're being transparent, but at the same time, I'm like this. In a couple of years, maybe I'll start getting excited about it. At the moment, I'm just sort of like, okay, well, there's no point getting worked up about it because it's. I'm mostly looking for Dawn of War 4 because that's. That's on the horizon. That's what I'm mostly worried. Hopefully.
I'm always excited for everything constantly. So time is
Sounds-
flies because it's like, oh, so much stuff is getting released. Do you guys know how much stuff is getting released just this week? It's crazy.
Oh god, I know everything's got the same embargo as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pick a real bad time to not be here for like 3 weeks of the month. Not 3 weeks, 2 weeks of the
Right.
month.
It's always like that. No matter when you take a break, it's just yeah.
Bhashiva, I mean, it was right. Like I was away, the week ending the 7th. So I got back on the 7th, and then I was been like Bhashiva-ing, and then also, of course, at the same time, like, oh, we would like to sponsor your videos, which I appreciate, by the way. Appreciate that. Keep them coming. But they all want it on the same day. Guys, can we spread it out? But yeah, should be fun. Anything else, or what we've been playing?
Well, it's just a lot of games coming out now. Any specific games you two are excited about?
Oh, let me have a look at release calendar.
Because there's
Release
Forza
calendar, I
Horizon,
just wing it.
which seems pretty good.
What was that?
Forza Horizon just has early access now for their like people who pay too much. You got the 007 First Light coming out.
Oh yeah, that does look to be pretty cool.
Lego Batman.
Oh my god, did you see the clip from that?
No, but they sent me this.
Oh, that's so sick! You get all the best shit.
That's so cool.
So thank you, Warner Brothers, for that one.
God, you jammy bastard.
I guarantee if that had come to me, my son would have immediately taken it and started building it.
Bud.
And what else is this month? There's also like, Subnautica 2 just got released there as well.
Have you seen the EULA for that?
Yeah, but I mean, like, all EULAs are, like, people are saying that, oh, but you don't even own it. They can revoke it at any point. It's like, yeah, that's literally every EULA on Steam. That is literally Steam's policy.
It's just so
like Steam literally has that. You don't own anything. You just have a license to play it. They can revoke. That's how they ban you if you don't, like, behave. So they're just like, oh, you can't play it anymore. Like, what? Do you think you still own it? But it's probably really bad. I'm just saying, just that one, is same as everything else, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, there's more Mech Warriors 5 DLC coming out.
Is there? I love Mech Warriors 5. So there is Chaos Reign.
There's so much stuff always.
Yeah.
Always.
Big robots shooting each other. Count me fucking in.
Yeah, the clip for the Batman game. So, have you ever seen that really famous Michael Caine tweet where he goes, "Why do we fall? So we can learn to get back up again. Batman begin." They put that in the game.
Batman
they
begin.
put that as Alfred saying that to you in the game, and it is so funny.
I mean, the Lego games are always like this. It's just made by people who really, really love the franchises, and they just make fun of it so much. Like a game that had no business being that funny and actually that good was like Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga.
Oh, yes.
It just has so many fun mini games and just a bunch of good stuff. And just for a game, it's just like really good. Weird enough. It's just very excited for that one.
Yeah, we are ramping up now. Also, I think there was the GTA 6 latest trailer says it's coming out on my birthday. So we'll see about that.
Oh.
Big pin down.
New deep. Which date is that?
19th of November. So everybody remember my birthday. I'll be expecting my gifts.
One day before my wife and child.
Oh, there you go. Then day after that, my childhood best friend. And then day after that, another guy that I went to school with. Minor. Yeah,
and Deep Rock Galactic Rogue Core also now.
I got the early access for that, but because neither of my friends got it, we just never end up playing it. I'm excited for it. I really do love Deep Rock Galactic. That game is so much fun.
Zero Parades. For Dead Spice, the new Disco Elysium, is it the people who made Disco Elysium that made it?
Well, how much time have you got? It's from Zaum, but the number of people still there is debatable.
Okay.
My best bud, he played Esoteric Ebb recently, which is also made by the Disco people, and he says initially he was playing it and upset because it was like, oh, this is just like Disco Elysium again. And then he just figured out that he was like that meme, oh, there are 2 cakes, nice. So he's pretty pleased with that. So if you like Disco
Isn't
Elysium,
Esoteric Ebb by a Swedish dude, I thought?
I think it's got some of the people in it.
Yeah, it's Christopher Bodegård made this.
It's Disco Elysium development is very much like communism. There are so many branches, and they all kind of hate each other, even though they all more or less want similar things. So,
it's one person made in Sweden, who made it in Sweden. I'll probably like Connor and stuff, but it's a one-person development studio.
Oh shit.
Here in Sweden, so I don't know how much they had about that, but it's definitely like I played as well, and it's basically like Disco Elysium meets Planescape.
Yeah, said it was very good. Very like he liked the fantasy stuff being a bit more weird.
It's very, very cool. Like if anyone out there remembers Planescape and it's like, dang, I want to have a game like that again, then like, yeah, that is what the closest you're gonna get. It is very, very cool. They even have this same start. You just wake up in a morgue. So it's pretty good. Shout out to my old mates, Planescape Torments. Woo!
Shall we? What we've been playing? Because what we've been playing for me is limited. Because I haven't played much recently. And it's also been like a few weeks into the last one, so in my defense, we haven't really had a lot of time. Although I'm sure Fred has played 700,000 games.
He always does. Is that it?
Yeah, I've been stuck in a couple of them for a couple of days each.
Lacking.
Got skill issue.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll kick us off because I have one game that I've been playing that's new. I've been playing Clay with my girlfriend, but I've played that once. You don't need to hear me talk about how good it is. It's the best game. But I've played about 2 hours of Mixtape, which is this, if you don't know, it's this kind of, it's essentially a visual novel of memories played to like a really killer licensed soundtrack of a load of like music from before I was born. And it's, again, a lot of hate online for being like an industry plant.
You didn't want to get into that one again. It's like from the 80s.
Well, it's from a breadth of time from before I was born. But it's getting a lot of like, I feel like it's getting manufactured hate because people are like, oh, it's an industry plant game because it has all these licensed songs and it's an indie game, but it's got all this money because it's backed by a like Nepo baby. And it's like, it is backed by a Nepo baby because it's from Annapurna, which is ran by a Nepo baby. But is that not the thing that Nepo babies should be doing, like using their wealth to fund art? Because this game, it's not like the gameplay isn't, you can't really fail, but I've played visual novels that have less gameplay, like Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright, they're pretty good games. Not my personal taste, but there's less gameplay in them than there is in this. So I don't really see the issue. The game is fun. I've been enjoying the story. It hits a very painful nostalgia sometimes, and the writing is sometimes a little bit cringe, but it's pretty good. I've been enjoying it in a weird way.
I agree that that's what Nepo babies should be doing. It's like the studio that the Nike CEO, or Nike or whatever you want to say is, CEO's child has as well. It makes like Kubo and the Two Strings and like an animation studio, and it's just like really good animation studios. Apparently really bad to work at, but it
is.
I'm the consumer.
The one thing about Annapurna is that there has been a very big shakeup where all of their staff resigned at the same time because of some change that they made.
Oh, yeah.
But I think this was fairly far down the pipe before then, so we will see how bad Annapurna gets in the coming years. Hopefully not too bad, because they were one of my favourite publishers. Yeah, Mixtape is good. The hate for it, if you play it and you don't enjoy it, that's fine. But play it and see if you enjoy it. And if you don't want to play it, watch someone else play it. It's fine. It doesn't need to be this big thing where, oh, this game is bad because it doesn't have gameplay and because it has licensed music. That's what you sound like. Shut up.
I feel like everyone has to take a stand about everything all the time. It's like,
so
in the end, it's like
it's
like a game, and if you really want to, like, I don't know, man, wherever you want to take your stance, that's up to everyone. But at a certain point, you just get old and you don't care anymore. I don't know.
Like I watch Skill Up, who he like reviews things in a way that it's like I don't always agree with him, but I always know how I'm going to feel about a game from what he says. One of those. So I think that's like a good reviewer, which I am semi-paraphrasing that from H-Bomber Guy. It is plagiarism. Come at me. But like he published his Mixtape review and he recommended it. And then I never read YouTube comments on other videos. And then I watched his news roundup and he was like, oh yeah, I got death threats for that video. So I went and scrolled and it was just all people like, oh, shut up. Oh, recommend this game. You're so compromised. You're such a terrible reviewer. I was like, guys,
yeah,
chill.
Yeah, I know another reviewer who was like, I'm like, Star Wars Outlaws is not that bad. And the comments were like, how much did they pay you? It's like the first thing I say in the video, they did not pay me. And it's just like keeps on going like that. Like, I hate you. And he's like, I'm turning off comments. This is insane.
People
that's the most Anakin thing you could say.
You know? I mean, I liked Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. I know that game is not good. I loved it.
Did you try the DLC?
I haven't, because I missed my chance to get it for free and I refused to pay for it.
It was like genuinely better than the base game.
I like the base game, but I don't know. Once I like stopped playing it for that video, I kind of like cleansed myself of it.
Oh yeah, understandable.
And then I'll maybe watch it. I think the new movie comes out onto Disney Plus pretty soon, so that'll be fun. I wonder if it's the exact same plot as the first two. I remember watching the second one because I love the first Avatar. I know it's not a good film, again, but I really like it. And then I watched the second one, I was like, oh, this is the same movie again, but worse. I mean, it's pretty. I always enjoy
that. You know, it's he didn't even he really made that movie just to showcase how to use 3D tech, and then he just like made something else. Because if people didn't know, James Cameron was like one of the people who helped develop the 3D camera, like all the 3D movies and stuff like that. That was like came out there for like 1.5 decades or something. I think it's like completely died out now, but
yeah, he's like a pioneer disguised as a director.
Yeah, so he's like, that was really cool. He was just like, everyone's using this wrong. I'm going to make a movie and I'll show you how to do this. And if you saw Avatar in the theaters back then, you had like some really good jump scares and like everything like that. 3D is like really well made.
He's
really,
extremely
really cool.
nauseating, but very cool.
Yeah, he's just so lazy with stuff, because unobtainium is like calling something a MacGuffin, right? Like unobtainium is something you like in writing, you just have like as a placeholder word for like something that they have to guess, like an resource or something. He's like, this is just unobtainium on the planets of Pandora. And like Pandora, things that might like, when you open that can of worms or like that box, bad things will happen. It's like such lazy writing.
So lazy. It's so lazy.
You know, it's pretty. It's pretty. It's nice to look at.
Yeah. And then, yeah.
Anyway, how the hell did we get to Avatar? I can't even remember. What have you been playing?
I really like that. Sorry,
I've been playing something that Autumn will like.
Finally, been playing
I am playing Expedition 33, and all the amazing characters such as Redhead Magical Girl, and the guy, and the marshmallow thing. All of those amazing rainbow characters.
Oh, you mean my for showing SCA?
And got the dogs out goth girl, who is probably my favorite.
Correct.
Sure.
Correct opinion.
But I also annoyed you because I was not affected emotionally by this game.
Yeah, I checked this guy's VOD, and he's watching the Gamage, this beautiful scene that I cry at every time I see it, and he's like popping jokes and making witty comments. Have some emotion.
Look, I was just impressed that the main girl
Sophie,
who was going to get erased, waited until everyone else. She was like, I'm going to hold on until the most dramatic moment. She was a dramatic bitch, and I love that for her. But the fact that she was like the last one to go for like pure, I was like, I appreciate that.
Fred, this happens. Boys talking about happens in the first hour, so it's not too deep.
I still want to spoil it. I'm going to play it at some points.
You got to play it. It's so good.
You got to play it. It's really good. It's like, good. The combat is...
Yeah, story side, the combat is sick. Although I got stuck on a boss recently, and I was pretty pissed off about it.
The only thing I wish is that... Because I was playing on Expedition, which is like mid.
Yeah, normal.
And I was like, you know what? I could just do with it being a little bit more forgiving on the parries and dodges. So I was like, maybe if I put it down to like low. Yeah, no, I'm old, all right. I hurt. So everything aches. So I was like, maybe if I could just make it a little bit more forgiving. But if you put it onto like story mode, it's like it does make the dodges a little bit easier, but really what it does is like every time someone like winds up a planet destroying exterminatus move, it does like 5 damage to you, and you're like, well,
yeah, easy. They could do with being like easy expeditioner and then like baby's first expeditioner somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, I was like, could you just make it a little bit easier to dodge and parry? That would be fine. Like, if I don't, that's fine. Clobber me in the face and, you know, make me cry. That's okay. I don't want to miss the dodge and for me to feel like that had no effect, right? I don't mind taking a pounding. More than happy to be pounded into the ground, right? You pound me right into that ground. Fine, not a problem. I missed the dodge. I missed the parry. Fine. Can we just make it a little bit easier? But yeah, so I think I'm probably going to go back to Expedition because otherwise I feel like an absolute scrub. And I didn't want to feel like an absolute scrub. I just wanted to feel like a little bit of a scrub.
The story is ridiculously easy. I beat a boss and then the game crashed afterwards. And I was like, I beat the boss and basically on like 1 HP for my last party member. Like, I think they died and then the reserves went in and then the boss ended. It was that close. And I was like, there's no way I'm doing this again. I put it on story. I took like 1 hit for the entire fight. It's so easy.
I'm really surprised that that game just doesn't have like difficult sliders for everything. Because I was playing Star Wars Survivors for the May 4th thing, like 3 days late. But there you have like the parry, like dodging, like health, enemy health, and all those like sliders for everything.
Yeah, I was like expecting there to be something like that, but it's literally just like you either have normal difficulty or baby's first RPG difficulty, and there's like no in between. The other thing I would say is that while the story is amazing, the voice acting fantastic, the graphics beautiful, the world building fantastic. Someone early on said, "Oh, this is an expedition dump," and I was like, "The fuck? That is not that is not what an expedition dump is." Numbnuts. Like, they are doing it really well. Like, they're doing story really well.
So I just had to say that.
But the fact is, they are like, the characters are living in the world, right? They are saying things that you as a player do not understand, but they do. And that's fine. That's entirely correct storytelling, right? So anyone saying that's an expedition dump is a fucking idiot. So fuck you. However, what I will say is that, one, the UIs are dog shit.
Correct. Unfortunately correct. In battles, it looks so cool. When you are organizing your Pictos and your Luminas, it is so ass. It's so ass to do. I hate doing it.
And the second thing is the Luminos and Pictos, like, it doesn't explain it.
No.
And also, it's a fucking nightmare. And I'm just like, this is an awful system, and I don't know why you did it.
I will say it's better. You didn't used to be able to sort them. You didn't used to be able to make groups. You didn't used to be able to mark favorites. It used to be so much worse, and it is so much better now, but it's still ass.
It's still arse. And what I will say is, while I think they did the expedition really well, there was one part in it where you do like the quiz, and he's like, "Oh, let's have a quiz about like some very basic stuff that you'll definitely know that obviously you as the player don't, and have to get it wrong until you do get it right," which just felt really.
I will point
really
out
awkward.
the quiz is optional, so if you don't want to do it, it's fine.
Of course, you're gonna fucking do it. It's obvious you're gonna.
I know, but it is optional. You're
gonna click on all the things. But in every other respect, like, it is a fantastic game, and I'm almost tempted to go and play it on Storyteller just because I started playing it. My entire YouTube for you is now fucking Expedition 33 spoilers, which I am desperately trying not to look at, and it's really bugging me.
Out of interest, where are you up to? Just be vague. Like what area are you currently in? That I'll work out.
I've done the cliffs.
Okay.
So I'm after Cliff.
Mm-hmm. So you're now Richard.
Does that make sense?
Yep. Just there.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. 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 So I'm gonna play some again tonight. So
excellent.
That's I did spend a little time. I'm in the battlefield.
Yeah. That's that area has vibes. That's where my brother-in-law gave up. So hopefully you can get past that.
I mean, so far I'm fine, so it should be good. But yeah, so yeah, great game. Really enjoying it.
Yeah. All right, Fred.
It's just feels like you guys just have to just trudge through my list here, which is fine. I don't actually mind that. I started this month with a little bit weirder one called Brazilian Drug Dealer 3. I open a portal to hell in the favela trying to revive my Aita, and now I need to close it. A little bit of a long title. Is it weird? Yes. Is it made by probably one person? I hope so. Jesus Christ. It is such a janky game that you have to kind of enjoy the memes for. Play a lot of Helldivers. Nice. Tavern Keeper, something you two would enjoy, 100%.
Oh, is that the... Didn't like Game Dev Tycoon make that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I do want to play that so bad.
Yeah, really good, actually. Pretty early access. You only got 3 levels. You can get through that in... I got through it in 12 hours on stream. So it's... yeah, so it's pretty good. Needs way more time to cook, but it's good if you want to play it already now. Oh, there's a new major update now as well.
Oh, wonderful.
That can put stuff into different colors. I don't care about that at all. Jesus. All right. And yeah, well,
how can you not care about that?
So also I played Hunt Down Overtime, which is this side-scrolling game that is almost like replaced. It was made by somebody who only wanted action. Really cool music, cool aesthetics. You go out and you do like roguelites where you try to upgrade yourself and capture mercenaries. Pretty cool. Mouse PI for hire, which is just cartoonish. Yeah, it's decent shooters. Really, really cool art style. They go so hard on the 1930s cartoons, so hard. Also played a bunch of the Warhammer mod, which I think I talked about last time though, so I don't need to go into that one again. And a ton of Space Haven. Played a bunch of Space Haven, which is really cool.
Space Haven's been out for ages. Is that like a new update or something?
Yeah, finally out in 1.0. I was supposed to do like a sponsor segment. I was supposed to do like a sponsor segment of it, but I ended up playing it for like 5 days. So it's been pretty cool. I enjoyed that one a bunch. If anyone hasn't played that one, that's basically RimWorld meets Star Trek Voyager, where you just make your own spaceship. You can also make a little moon base. You can make DS9, I guess, now. And yeah, you just try to explore the galaxy and try to do all that. Like Star Sector, but you can see inside the ships and you have to make your own, essentially.
Very cool.
It's very nice. It's really cool just finding like a derelict spaceship and then just having all of your dudes just go in there with the guns and just doing a little XCOM kind of XCOM light segments, going in there, killing everything. It's not turn-based, but you get what I mean. It's neat. And a couple of smaller games like, the new DLC for Diablo 4. Skull Horde was really cool. If you really enjoyed Vampire Survivor, you'd probably like that one. It's basically you're a necromancer that summons undead instead. Well, let's cap it off there.
Well, how brisk?
How brisk?
How very brisk. Oh my goodness. Skull
I can
Skull Horde does look good.
I can talk about some other ones as well, though, if you want to.
No, that's fine. We're good. Thank you. That's plenty. All right. I think that's is that all we got? You've been playing anything else, Monster? Or is it just
I mean, other than Bolt Gun 2, which is pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I've just been addicted to it.
Just more Bolt Gun 1.
Competitive, it's horrific. It's honestly, it's such self-harm, and I will play it tonight, guaranteed. And tomorrow night, and every night that I can. Because
like a filthy, dirty little secret.
Because in the moment that we win, I'm euphoric. Anyway.
And then you play one more game and lose and feel really bad.
Oh yeah, we had a great experience last night where we were playing, so my buddy plays tank, me and my other friend run support, and we won, and their tank was, not great. Pretty bad. And talking shit in chat, which is the main thing. They're talking shit and they're doing badly and blaming their team. The very next game, we get them as our tank. And once again, they are talking shit in chat. And they cause us to lose pretty conclusively. And the moment the game ended, the entire lobby started flaming this one person. And we were all just like, "Yep, that's fair. That's fair enough." It was cinema. So yeah, that's
So this is why that's why I do not play multiplayer games. I cannot deal with other people.
It was very funny. Yeah. It was like the one loss that we had all night, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't mind. That's pretty funny. That's fair."
We've been doing the Conan server for the updates, and it's just been a blast playing with a bunch of people, like introducing people to Conan. If you haven't played Conan Exiles, they just got an update. So it went from Unreal Engine 4 to 5, and it's such a good game still. Like it really, Dune was cool, but Conan is just better.
Nice. Right, I think that's awesome, folks. When will we do another one? When there's something to talk about.
No, let's do it earlier.
We'll do a Paris episode. I can tell you about my
holiday
in Paris and how the concert was. Oh, then I can write over some business expense. Let's go.
We can make an episode about Warhammer games they should make.
Oh, that sounds fun. Yeah. If you've got any Warhammer games that you think would be good, leave them in the comments. Maybe we'll talk about those in the next episode. But yes, thank you for listening / watching. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to check out Monsters on YouTube and Fred on Twitch, and also YouTube, I guess. And yes, hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.